Hi, this is Eric Bixa with Advanced Nutrients, and welcome to episode 39 of Hydroponics Secrets. Today I'm going to talk about a common problem that surfaces, pardon the pun, in many reservoirs, particularly in recirculating hydroponic systems. When using a full and complete nutrient lineup that includes biologicals such as amino acids, beneficial fungi, and beneficial bacteria, particularly with carbohydrates, what you might see is a mucousy substance forming in your reservoir. Now, this mucousy substance can potentially clog up drippers, emitters, and in severe cases, even your pump. Most of the time, this substance is actually beneficial. What you have in your reservoir is air stones typically, and they're supplying oxygen to all the ingredients in your reservoir. Now, the beneficial bacteria and fungi, coupled with the amino acids and carbohydrates, become supercharged in this oxygen-intensive environment, and they begin to multiply. As they colonize throughout the root system, growing system, and reservoir, the populations can become too large, and this is where you get problems starting. Now, there's a couple of things you can do to minimize the amount of this sludge. The first one is simply to take a natural sea sponge, which you can purchase relatively inexpensively at a health and beauty supply, or perhaps even a paint supply, as sometimes it's used for texturizing, and simply insert your air stone inside of this sea sponge. Drop the sea sponge in your reservoir, hook it up to your air pump, let it run continuously. Now, the beneficial bacteria and fungi and other life in your reservoir will tend to want to congregate onto the sponge as it provides a physical environment that's conducive for their growth. They will actually prefer this to living in the water in your reservoir. So most of the life will remain in the sponge. Between crops, you can replace sponges or simply rinse them out from time to time. The other option is to build a biofilter. You would be wise to do a search in ponds with biofilters to get an idea of some of the different types of constructions and how they work. But the most basic way to create one is simply by filling a 5-gallon plastic bucket with Hydroton or grow rocks. Keep this near your reservoir, preferably above it. Take a small circulation pump, insert it in your reservoir, and direct the nutrient from the reservoir to the bucket filled with aggregate. Now, the bucket filled with aggregate needs to drain back to the reservoir. Now, plug in the pump and let it circulate continuously 24/7. The solution will pass from the reservoir through the Hydroton and back into the reservoir. The physical properties of the bucket inside with the Hydroton or growing aggregate provide an ideal physical environment for a lot of these beneficial bacteria, fungi, and mucosaccharides. They'll tend to congregate there and hopefully keep your reservoir and growing system a little bit cleaner. Stay tuned at the end of the show while the music's playing for details as to how you can participate in hydroponicsecrets.tv and get a free gift directly from Advanced Nutrients. For other growing tips and tricks, please visit the link at the bottom of your screen. That's at www.advancednutrients.com/newsletter. To the email of your choice, you're going to be delivered some excellent tips and tricks that are going to help you get bigger and better yields. Once again, with Advanced Nutrients, this is Eric Bixa in episode 39 of Hydroponic Secrets. Thank you for joining me, and see you here next time.